Voltron, man, we're back. Fully formed here. We've got Cerruti back from Mexico. Kyle Wargon hanging out in the shadows around the rim. Will Kane style, perhaps. My name's Ryan. I'm your host. It's Life Advice. LifeAdviceRR@gmail.com. Some are surmising that I'm just happy to have Cerruti back. Do you have any statement?
No, I mean, I listen to the pods. You were accurate in that you sent me kind of like a bigger picture show thing, and I was like, it's like a Wednesday. I'm sitting on the beach. I'm reading the second Dune book. Like, I'll answer this when I get back. I don't really feel like diving into the work stuff, so I appreciate that. But I did miss the show. I missed. I didn't think I was going to miss a ton, and then I got back Saturday night. Oof. I was like, let me go to the Magic Lost, and I was like, God, I don't even want to do anything. So let me
Which night?
This is Saturday night.
Your squad's struggling, dude.
Not good. Yeah, maybe something for a later date. But then I wake up at 3 a.m. to take a piss, and I'm like, why did Bill release a pod with Ryan? What's going on? I saw the trade. And I was like, oh shit. All right, I guess I'm back. So it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back. We saved a couple for you.
Oh, good.
Because you didn't want to read these. Calling teenagers 6 foot, 230, huge ass and barrel chest. Player comp Bruce Brown. I'm 38 from the Maryland, D.C. suburbs, have 2 kids. I want to give feedback on a recent discussion about insulting minors. I'm a Commanders fan, went to the NFC Championship game. Fans were tough and mean, but fun for the most part. After the game, my friend and I were walking away from the stadium in a large group of mainly Eagles fans. We started getting pushed repeatedly, and pretty soon we're surrounded by about 6 16-year-olds. They were at an age...
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, where they just went through puberty. Dude. So we're pushing 5'10". And so these guys are pushing 5'10", had half grown in mustaches. Yeah, so they're describing a gang of 16-year-olds for the most part. They weren't strong, but excited about their new pubes. The loudest of them grabbed my shirt and got nose to nose with me. I shoved him off and told him to get your virgin hands off of me.
That's great.
And then I told his friends to get a hold of this dork virgin. This sent him into a rage, repeatedly yelling at me that he was not a virgin.
Yeah,
at that point, the argument is over. His friends knew it and pulled him away.
Yep.
I will attest that calling an aggressive 16-year-old a virgin is the best thing you can possibly do.
Really nice field test there. That's good. It all sounds good in theory until there's 6 of those dirty little guys around you and you don't know what to do. I'm glad that worked.
6 of those dirty guys around.
It's kind of the perfect scenario, actually. Yeah, because then you're like...
Because that's the one thing they're all very insecure about. They're all
in front of their buddies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
One guy's been lying about it. She goes to a different school, right? And now it's just out on Front Street. That's awesome.
Like if you call it, somebody called me a virgin, like, you know, there was a road rage incident or something, like, shut up, virgin. I don't even know how I'd react to it. But the 15, 16s, like all the way up to like maybe early college, that's about the most insulting thing you could say to somebody who actually feels like they're cool.
Yeah.
I think in a road rage incident, you would just start dying laughing. Like you in particular, because of you.
I get bad road rage. I don't know how I would react to that. I'm mostly calm except when I'm behind a wheel.
Yeah, what is that? What the hell is
Stay
that?
In Connecticut,
get in those
buddy.
4 doors and it's just you're a different guy. It's weird.
Wow, you have that, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I've caught I guess I'm not hopping out of the car, but I've, like, wow, did I just yell that at that guy? What the hell was that? I would never do it. I was like, all right, let's just focus back up, get where we're going. But it's crazy, like little inconveniences, like rage is the word. I don't know what that's about.
I have the least amount of patience in the car than I do in any other place.
I know, because
don't know why.
You're so laid back and so many other things too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of conflict, I lived in Wyoming my whole life. That's not the reason. I'm in my 40s, 6'5", 260.
Wow.
I own a deli slicer and can touch the net. All right.
Whoa. Tell me about the slicer, dude. Where do you
might not
fit?
be real.
Will it fit in the kitchen?
Cut that meat.
Just made a roast last night, and I was cutting it by hand like a caveman.
You made a roast? Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Go like a
nice
pot
indeed.
roast?
No, I mean, like, I make my own roast beef now. That's one of the things that I do. And I just get a big roast and, slice it as thin as I can. And, got a knife sharpener because it's just not slicing it thin enough. So we're working on it.
I like it. Keep us updated. On a recent ski trip with my family, we found ourselves waiting in line with a large group of people. I started helping my 8-year-old daughter get a few things organized. I accidentally bumped into a guy standing nearby and knocked his gear over. Watch what you're doing, virgin, I heard from behind me. I told him I was sorry, but he could settle down with the virgin stuff. I gestured toward my daughter and told him that my daughter was proof that I've had sex at least once. He responded that she must be adopted because there was no way any female would let me touch her.
Oh, man.
By this point, I was taking off my watch. Through the red mist of my rage, a glimmer of recognition shone through. Could it be? Was this guy a fellow Russillo fan? I knew that I had to test the theory with a reference that only a true Russillo fan would understand. It's big talk coming from a guy with Shamit face, I said to him with a knowing look in my eye. The instantaneous connection we had in that moment as Russillo fans melted away any hostility between us. He said we were cool. We could keep it moving. I said it was a simple misunderstanding. We should just charge it to the game. We had a laugh and parted in good terms. Thank you for Russillo. Thank you, Russillo Show. You're solving problems and helping dudes find common ground. I don't think that's necessarily
I hope it's real.
but
I hope it's real.
Yeah. The deli slicer and the charge it to the game thing makes me think it might not be.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do 2 quick ones. Basketball comp. Lou Dort, 6 foot, 200 pound. Lou Dort with no 3-pointer, but I'm a menace on the defensive end and will drive through your chest. Sounds like you're terrible to play with. This might be a little touchy for you guys, but I have an interesting dilemma. For the past month or two, there's been a special needs guy that has started coming to my gym. He gets dropped off. He's typically there for an hour and a half, then waits outside to get picked up. The problem is that he spends his entire time on his iPad in the locker room. Comes close to a dumbbell or treadmill. He looks to be in his mid to late 20s and is definitely overweight. Should I continue to do nothing, or should I approach him and offer to walk the treadmill with him? Wow, what a great guy this is.
Yeah.
Without his parents' supervision, this is clearly a window for playtime for him. This isn't meant to be a God complex thing for me or anything like that. I just feel like he might need someone to give him the push rather than leave it to himself. Would you feel any compulsion to help the guy out? I probably won't end up doing anything, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts. If your suggestion is to say something to his parents, I don't really care enough to go out of my way like that. I love that this guy has he's got a streak of a heart in him.
The idea of having
admirable.
a good heart is strong.
Yeah, yeah, the concept. But ultimately, he knows.
I really
say
want to
go
do any
for
of that. Right.
Yeah, because that's like, if we really want to game this out, like if I'm, we full transparency on this pod, I think it's a really incredible thought. Are you willing to fuck up your routine for this? Because it's be so nice if you were like, hey, buddy, I don't know why I just started the sentence that way, but I think everybody, hey, buddy, you want to go on the treadmill with me, and you want to, maybe try a couple machines with me. You're deciding, and look, man, it'd be unbelievable. Like, it's just a day. I'm going to give up my day for this guy to give him a little bit of direction. I think you could probably, worry potentially about the long-term things. Like, this guy, I think I'm working out with him every day. Then you're coming home and your wife's like, you gaining weight? Like, I got a new gym partner. Yeah. I think what you're asking here is incredible, but I think anybody that is like a normal gym routine person, you probably, and I don't know that it's selfish, but in a very practical way of like talking about all the potential scenarios here, are you willing to sign up for something that is way more than you actually want to sign up for?
Yeah, the snitch route here is way less work if you want something to be done, right? It's way less work. I think maybe what I would do if I was going to do anything would be like maybe meet him in the locker room. Like, hey, I'm John, whatever. Just talk to him. Don't necessarily suggest that he should go do it, but like you get to know him a little bit. And then maybe one day you see his parents, you're like, hey, I met John a while back. And, I don't know how much you know, but it's a big iPad guy in the locker room. Just wanted you to know. I don't know if there's like a, there's like a training thing. Like you might get a pro bono session if if you think about it or whatever. But like, if you think he's coming here to bust his ass, it's just not true. And he just might need a little push. But like, I wouldn't do it without like meeting the guy first instead of just like walking past him.
Plant the seed of fitness.
Right. So,
or just be a friend. Yeah. Like you could be a friend and not have him work out. Like maybe just make him feel like a little bit more part of the community at the gym. Maybe he's intimidated because he has nobody to talk to. So he doesn't want to use any
peanut butter
equipment.
shake after the run. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be like you giving him a workout regimen. Just like say
Maybe
what's
not
up,
peanut
ask him what
butter.
he's.
Based on the
Well,
scouting report.
Just
Yeah,
kidding. I was just kidding.
fair.
I thought that's what
ginger.
he would actually get probably jazzed up about than the the fat burner one or whatever that is.
You have grilled cheese protein? Nothing else?
Well, I would say too. Are we sure the parents don't fully know what's going on here? Like maybe they just are like, hey, we got to get him out of the house for like an hour. Like, this is a good.
Tell
Even
you
if
what, they're
I
probably
don't-
psyched to get the break.
Yeah. So I don't know if even be blowing up his spot. Like I don't know. Like,
But
if
they
you,
might
if
be
you
parents
drop,
that are actually worried about him. Like, he's turning into whatever version of a person he's going to be as an adult. And we want to get the weight thing under control. Maybe it's that. And they're really just hoping he's at least walking slowly while looking at the iPad. And maybe just that would, if he's like, hey, can we just get you to walk while you're doing this? Playing, Fruit Ninja or whatever you're doing. Like maybe.
Yeah, you could do that on the treadmill. That's a great call.
that is
Dial up some of these apps. You just start slicing away, and you got the treadmill at a 2.5, 2.8.
Right. Maybe just that, because they could just be really concerned. They're like, we got to do something. I don't know how overweight he's talking, but could totally see that being a real. They're like, all right, at least he's got this, and it turns out he doesn't have this. So it might be worth just letting them know. I don't know.
But again, you would notice though, like you pick him up and he's got no sweat stains, his shoes aren't scuffed at all. Like there are signs. Like,
I guess
maybe they're just like whatever. Like get him. Maybe he could make a friend or socialize, and you can maybe be that friend. But yeah, I don't know. You have to put him through a workout regimen.
Yeah, I think what Kyle said is the right move. Hey, buddy, what's going on? What are you doing today? If you ever want to go walk on the treadmill with me, let me know. It also probably wouldn't be the worst idea to ask some of the trainers. Some trainers are
Poke
gonna be
around.
like, absolutely not. If I can't sell them 3 sessions, I got sessions to sell. There's probably somebody else, considering that trainers are usually people that want to help people. That's something in their core. You go up to one of the friendlier trainers and be like, hey, have you noticed this guy? He's just kind of like chilling. Maybe he is, to your point, Kyle, like to be dropped into that setting without any background, without any like warm up to it. And just now you're at the gym and he doesn't have any idea like how to use anything. And it's all probably like super intimidating, but I'm sure he's just fucking pumped to be on his iPad too for 90 minutes unsupervised. So I do think that, but I think your original thing, like there's probably some version of this where there's a compromise where the emailer feels like, hey, at least I did something here, which I think is the most important lesson in all of this, is that you're thinking about it. But I also think like a lot of people, regular gym routine people, like I get in and get out to do my thing. And I don't like, I want help, but I don't know how much I can help. And, I'm not going to have like a new gym partner the entire time. So yeah, I think the hello, how's it going? Ask about the treadmill thing. And then maybe there's a trainer that's like, oh, I didn't even realize this guy's sitting in the locker room the whole time. Yeah, absolutely. Like I have a little window here and then somebody else. Or next thing you know, you get a team of people.
And you're just the Wednesday guy, right?
Yeah, right. You're the Wednesday warm-up guy. But
Right.
You're going to do treadmill for 90 minutes. I do it for 5, and then I lift weights.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you here in 90, buddy.
Right. I'll do my last 5 with you. That's perfect.
Yeah. Hope that iPad's charged. Okay.
That was a good advice. I feel like we left there with actually something. There's so many we leave, and I'm like, wow, that was 10 minutes of nothing, huh?
Yeah.
That was good.
I love
We had
those. 10 minutes.
actionable stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Longtime listener going back to Tirico and Van Pelt. Russillo replaced Tirico,
Wow.
and I learned to appreciate the dulcet tones of Ryan's voice while driving around in my service rig. 48 years old, no gym stats, as I am self-employed in an extremely physical job repairing broken swimming pools in the Sacramento region, and going to the gym would feel like torture. Yep. Look, man, anything that has anything to do with concrete, stone, that is,
You're in the gym every day, man.
yeah, supersets. How long did you work out today? 8 hours. All right. Basketball comp, the guy or female who wipes the floor after one of the Sacramento Kings hits the deck. Light the beam. All right. Big Sacramento guy. The names have been changed, so fire away. The problem stems from my neighbor 4 houses away here in an older part of Sacramento. Tyler and Kristen were an unmarried middle-aged couple living down the road. Tyler's a very nice guy who does not work due to inheriting Silicon Valley money from his father years ago. Kyle. I would love that for you.
That would be
if
sick.
you were.
Find out I actually am related to Michael Crichton. How about that? We just do that.
Fully blown younger Rich Kyle would be like one of my favorite characters ever. But All right, so this guy's got that kind of cash. He inherited from the father years ago, owns a house in the Bay Area, but currently rents it out as he's lived with Kristen here in Sacramento. Kristen works from home in a lucrative commercial real estate job. She generally sucks, and some of the neighbors have a difficult relationship with her as a result. I like this. Straight to the point. Kind of like the first take thing Will Kane was saying. Just start at that. Start at the conflict. I've always along with her due to my ability to get along with most assholes. It's a gift. Yeah, I think people, oddly enough, like the rough edge construction, home services, that kind of people, like you've interacted with so many different people that you probably learned a skill despite people thinking like you might not get along with everybody because of sometimes I feel like laborers get typecast as difficult people, and it's like in reality they probably are more conditioned to deal with so many different personalities because of their background. 8 months ago, Tyler and Kristen took an extended vacation. If you wanted a mini rant on the laborer personality, 8 months ago, Tyler and Kristen took an extended vacation in Colorado as they are outdoorsy types, and the terrain around the region was enticing to them. During this vacation, they employed my 12-year-old daughter to take care of their 2 socially awkward cats. Interesting description. Do you guys know a lot of non-socially awkward cats?
Yeah, they're out there. I know they exist. I just don't know how you get one like that. Like I don't know how you win the cat lottery to be fucking normal. I don't know how it works.
I have a cat. There's some days I don't even see it. Like you
do have a cat. I forgot about that.
Yeah, when I tell people, I forget that I have it half the time. He's pretty low maintenance.
What's his name?
Ollie.
Is it skateboarding?
Good dog name,
or
too.
Oliver North?
It was just we got it. That was his name. We didn't change it. He's pretty chill. He just kind of hangs out. There are days where I just don't see him. As long as you feed him water, all that good, he's fine. Not a cat.
Yeah, that's the part
FYI.
about cat. Yeah, not a cat guy, but there is something to be said of an animal that's like, I don't need you right now. I'm surprised. People are probably surprised I don't have a cat.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that anytime soon. All right, considering this couple has no children, they treat the cats as if they are children. My wife and I, along with our daughter, I had to go over to receive specific instructions on the care and maintenance of these cats while they're gone. They agreed to pay my daughter $10 per day to go over and feed, care, and spend time with the cats.
Your daughter's getting hosed, first of all.
Feels low. Yeah,
check WAG, dude. It's gonna be $40 a day. Come on.
I think $10 is so low. We're all in agreement.
Yeah, that's
here.
That's 1999 money. We're talking for like a chore. Like, come on.
It'd be one thing to just go over there and feed them, like to spend time and like play with them. That's what are we doing?
They probably think they're doing her a favor by they probably think very highly of the cats. Just like, I don't know.
She's a CBA.
She's a union.
Yeah.
It's like, this is ridiculous. Let me see here. All right. So they agreed to pay my daughter $10 a day, feed, care, spend time, along with picking up the mail and packages. Upon returning from Colorado, the couple decided to start looking for homes as they fell in love with the area. Ultimately, Kristen bought a home that needed some work and began to make plans. The problem started when Kristen started fucking the electrician she hired and thus ending relationship with Tyler. Tyler returned to Sacramento brokenhearted, but made the best of it. He's continued to live in the house he shared with Kristen, who is actually the owner, because his house is currently rented in a long-term lease. Tyler now travels extensively and is frequently gone, which leaves us to the cats. You could do worse than banging an electrician, though. I've got like 2 plugs that don't work. My daughter, and thus my wife and I, are now the main caregivers to the cats. Tyler continues to pay my daughter whenever he is gone, and we dutifully send her over once a day to feed and give attention to the cats, along with cleaning the litter boxes and doing the occasional laundry, as the cats are sometimes incontinent. Recently, Kristen decided to show up at the home. We were excited to find the cats out of our lives, except she didn't take them back to Colorado with her. My question is, what do I do? We are generally tired of taking care of these cats, but our daughter has amassed a small fortune for a 12-year-old, literally over $1,000 so far in cash payments. Do we tell Tyler to figure something out? While he's truly a good and decent man, he does not care about the cats because they and the house are a reminder of his broken relationship. Do we continue to let him help fund my daughter's college fund and middle school lifestyle? I love middle school lifestyle. Fruit roll-ups on me.
Pog for
Damn,
everyone.
girl.
He wants hot lunch.
Yeah. Like, what is that? 10 bands? Yep. All 10s. Do we try to contact Kristen and tell her to deal with the goddamn cats? Do we start stealing some of the better artwork and decor from the house out of spite? I'm joking, but they do have some sick antique stadium seats in the house that I would gladly take. Any advice would be appreciated. Shout out to Steve, Kyle, and Oregon. Go Ducks.
Damn.
Look, I think we've all agreed right now collectively on your behalf. We've been your own union here. You're going to go, hey, dude, this cat thing, kind of annoying. $50 a day. So is that then worth it to your daughter? Can you stomach it? $10 a day is nothing. You're right. That's 90s wages. That sounds like something when I would go over and like check on some dude's house when I was in high school. I'm like, we're going to pay you $10 a day, Buster.
Right.
I think you raise the price or he gets, look, when dudes are this devastated, they don't care about this stuff. This is the first thing they don't care about.
Yeah.
And again, to your point, they're not even his cats. But you know what? When I got dumped, the bank didn't stop sending me a mortgage statement. So, deal with your shit. And I think you go to him and say, this is brutal. She doesn't want to be there every day. It's turning into like a care thing. I understand you're going through a ton of stuff, but you need to come up with a solution that has something to and then, whatever. Fuck it, everything's got a price. And if he feels like he's being shook down at a time of despair, fuck it, man. Welcome to the world. So be and $10 is just low. $10 is fine. It was kind of like a neighborhood, daughter down the street thing, but it's turned into way more work. We're doing laundry. No one cares for the cats anymore. So maybe there's a number. Maybe there's a number. And he'll understand if he inherited all this money. His dad was a wheeler dealer, putting on Trump YouTube videos, be like, one day, son. So yeah, you got to, you've got to get a bit aggressive with him to shake him out of his funk, because he will continue to do this day after day after day,
cool.
because this, right. Because this is the least of his problems right now is this cat deal. And you are just a simple solution to it as he tries to work his way towards wherever the next chapter of his life takes him.
Yeah. I mean, you could even, if it's not about the money and you're just like, listen, $1,000, that's impressive. This was cool. Remember that summer you made $1,000 or however long it's been, cool. But you could just be like, hey, my daughter's starting field hockey, or, hey, she just got elected student government. She's got other stuff going on. So I think, she's
able to bankroll her campaign too.
Yeah. I think we should start thinking about maybe alternatives, just putting it out there. There's a thing coming up in her life that might make this a little bit more difficult. One day, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I don't think this is going to work so much anymore. So, maybe on the weekends or something, but I think by and large, we're going to have to find a new schedule or you got to find a new way to do this. So I think you just put it that she's got something coming up that's going to make this more difficult. And that's not you digging. He might be like, all right, what about $25? Or he might be like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll get on that.
It's $25. Maybe he's interested. I don't know. Every day, right. Just to do that. It depends on it depends what the time is. I mean, the good thing for you is, I think what Kyle said is correct. That's an easy excuse. Just, hey, she's busy, man. She can't do this anymore. What's the guy going to do? And it's not like there aren't viable replacements. You mentioned there are multiple apps where you could just find somebody to do this.
You never have to speak to anyone.
Actually want to do this. Yeah. So I don't think there's any issue in you just being like, hey, dude, this can't be a long-term thing, even no matter what the price is. What they're charging on WAG or Rover or whatever for this. Maybe it's way more expensive and he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, it is.
And maybe he thinks he's taking advantage of, he probably is, of the situation, but hey man, that's his thing to figure out. I think you just say, hey, she's got friends, she's got a life, she's getting older. She can't just be your personal cat person.
Yeah, I'm looking it up here right now.
WAG is serious.
It's pet sitting prices on WAG vary by location, number of pets, the type of pet. For example, pet sitting typically costs $50 to $110 per night. So look, this guy understands tech. Look at his dad. Start pointing out some prices. You can give him the low end because it's not.
Yeah, but with dogs, it's a little different. We did it for rabbits, and you just got to kind of get.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, not great.
Rabbits should be more, right? Just because it sucks.
It sucks, but I think it was.
A dog's fun.
Yeah, we didn't either. You can ask them to come in and spend time. You can ask them to just come in and put new food in, and then we just kind of did the bare minimum. With rabbits, it's like taking your 2-year-old to Disney World. They're not going to remember anyway. So just put the water in and whatever. Make sure the window's open. But
you find the receipt and it shows that your wife is like, "Will you read Alice in Wonderland to the rabbits.
She has an insane laminated instruction thing that she leaves outside so the person can read all the things, and it's just like, and this one is a little more nice than that one, and this one is a little shy, and it's like, no one they're there to refill the water bowls. Come on,
survive, literally just survive.
But yeah, if you're not asking them to spend time with them, like there's different kinds of experiences, I guess, and the bottom rung is if it's just open the door, feed them, lock the door. That's like $30, and then you expect a tip, like with any of these things. So it'd be like $40 a day, and we have them come every other day. Maybe you should come every other day. I mean, do cats really even need somebody every day of the week? I don't think so.
10 is low. You're getting a host. Your daughter's getting a host.
Totally.
And you were trying to be nice. It was convenient. Something for the kid to do. Activity, saving, learning about responsibilities, all those things. Triple it, at least.
Invested in DeepSeek. Just kidding. Listen to a lot of New York Times lately. All right.
Good for you. I like that. Well-rounded.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. All right. That'll do it for us today. Thanks to Wargon. Thanks to Kyle. And a big welcome back to Cerruti. Normal schedule, I guess, this week. We're just going Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I'm not doing trade with Bill because they're doing a special show.
We'll do it
in
Friday.
LA. Okay. All right. So I'll do my trade recap stuff on Friday, which already started. Obviously, with the huge news this weekend, and then the De'Aaron Fox Spurs deal late on Sunday night. So check out our YouTube page, and as always, subscribe to the Ryen Russillo podcast or your Spotify.